Here we are, Lough MacNean, County Leitrim in the Republic of Ireland. We're going to have a day feeder fishing here. Hopefully I get some nice rod. Not the teeny tiny rod I got last week. I'm after nice rod. I'm talking £1 to £2, maybe even bigger. Let's get on to it. Let's see what we can do today. Roll that intro. Top tip time. I got asked again, this is another question I got asked, how do I store casters? You know, there's a big festival here in Northern Ireland, actually the festival. It's the Urn Feeder Festival. It's on all week. So there's a lot of guys across buying a lot of bait for the festival. Understandable. So you end up where stuff is a bit short. So last week I bought, it was just shy of it, was over 3 pints of caster. I have some caster left. I got asked, how do I store my caster longer term? You only really get about a week, maybe 10 days at the most. Here's how you do it. You have a normal bait tub. I like these Daiwa ones because they have this rubber seal and you can really snap it down. This is just the bag the casters came in. So hold on to that. By closing the bag in it, it makes the casters airtight, which means they can't progress in their stage of growing. I then have some paper towels. Paper towels absorb all the moisture. It stops your casters getting scorched. So it means that you can put them into your bait tub, fill it with water, and you've got casters. Okay, they're not as good as fresh casters, but when they have to do, they have to do. So today, these have to do. So that's how I keep my casters for a bit longer than I should.
A few moments later.
So we're off to a good start. I got some roach and a nice hybrid. Not sure what this is. It feels like a bit of a hybrid. Because this bank is so rocky, I'm using my old keep net. You don't put a good keep net in here with all these rocks, it just gets destroyed. So I'm using an old net. That's been patched together quite a lot. Oh, that's a nice perch. And he would be tangled in the hook length, wouldn't he? Nice little perch. Gotta love perch bites. Tip just rips her. You know, gotta love perch. Bigger perch especially. Not fishing very difficult to do. Just using a 2-foot hook length. 0.25 fluorocarbon from Guru. Size 12 hook. 4 maggots. And a little 40-gram cage feeder, just to get out the distance. Fishing at 45 metres. No, 50 metres. 50 metres, not 45. Started off with quite a lot of them. That's fun trying to cast that thing full of groundbait and particles. It only weighs 40 grams. Thankfully there's not much of a wind, so I was able to get to the clip, and then I had to switch to one of these, a bait up window feeder, because there was a bit more wind. But I've got the bait down in the ground, so everything's all good. We're fishing in beautiful County Leitrim, the Republic of Ireland, on MacNean. You've seen me fish here before. I had a good day the last time as well, with some nice rudd and some other hybrids, if I can remember correctly. So it's good to be out. Tackle wise, I'm using the Dutch Master 12-foot 8 60-gram rod, the Extremity 620 reel, that's filled with braid, and then there is a shock leader of 12-pound Guru Sheild. I don't think anything's on here. I think this is off. Nope, I've got a teeny tiny roach. I tried to escape, but I couldn't really get away. I was trapped between the keep net and the hooking thing. Good to see nice positive bites, even if they are from teeny tiny fish like that. So how's your week been? I had a week at my new job. Quite enjoyed it. Lots to learn, but it's better money. It's an actual job where I'm, not having to phone up and deal with the public. I can't emphasize how much that is awesome. In my previous job, debt recovery and collection of debts was involved. And that sucked. That really sucked. But it was one of those things that you do because you need money to pay bills. So I'm enjoying the new job. That is a plus. I got asked, it's been a strange week, it's been a week for questions. I got asked a lot of questions during the week. Like tackling, especially like simple things like groundbait. Folk were asking how I'm doing the groundbait. This is why I'm showing you a video of that now.
Flashback.
Right, this is something I get asked to kind of go through. I don't know why, but I get asked to go through my groundbait. Groundbait. I've emptied in 1 kilo. of Sensas 3000 Gros Gardons. This is nice. It smells of dark chocolate and it is a nice kind of neutral dark brown groundbait. To that, I'm going to add 1 kilo of Black Crumb. So that makes a 2 kilo of dry mix. So when you add the water to it, it's about 4 kilos. It doubles up, I think. I'm not sure. No doubt somebody will be able to tell me that it doesn't double up and blah 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 blah, but I'm adding 1 kilo of dark crumb to 1 kilo of Gros Gardons. I then add my flavouring. This is again it's Sensas Aromix, and this is the chocolate flavouring. I do this before adding the water, so I just add this. Just a healthy squirt of the flavouring. I then take my drill and mix it around. That ensures the flavouring is now in the groundbait. Now I'm going to add my water. You add the water a little bit at a time. Needs more water. Still needs more. Not much, just a little bit. My drill has got this, oh yes I know. But this drill is literally about, I think it's about 10 years old. And this is what I want. A groundbait that can squeeze into a ball and that can disintegrate like that. This is going to be left to dry a little bit while I set the rest of my kit up. I want it to go into a feeder, so I want it to be strong enough to bind together for the cast, but once it hits the bottom I want it to puff out of the feeder and create a smell cloud. So there you go folks, that is how I mix my groundbait.
End of flashback.
Well, there you go, 2 bream so far. Not big bream. Good fun bream. Good fun catching them. It shouldn't be time for pike fishing. We've finally entered the month of September. Now normally I would start pike fishing when it gets, like, the temperature drops. That can be mid-September or end-September. But either way, in September I usually start my pike fishing season. So that means I've got a lot to do before I get to the pike fishing. I've got to get more mackerel. So I've got to persuade my brother-in-law to go and catch more mackerel. I've got to persuade somebody to go and catch me a load of okay, that was a good one. herring, mackerel and herring. I then have to buy the usual, you know, smelt. I'll have to go up to one of my friends that lives in County Antrim and get some eels from him. The rod nearly was ripped out of the stand there for that. Hard fighting teeny tiny roach. Had another decent perch. It's pretty good. I've changed to a window feeder just to pack in the particles to try and get the fish kind of on the bottom. So far it's working. County Leitrim Council has done a pretty good job putting concrete standings on here for the anglers. But they put this one about 10 feet too high. Oh, that feels better. So, I'm kind of fishing off the water. Normally I'd be in to my right there and with the boulders. But that means kind of abseiling off this thing with the long gear. So, no, not happening. That's a little skimmer. In fact, it's a little hybrid. I see the environmental crazies that are Extinction Rebellion are back on TV again. They were rioting and making a general arsehole of themselves in cities in England. Gotta love these people, hey. You know, bored upper middle class tits that are looking for a new hobby. Apparently the cops are actually arresting them this time, which is nice to see. Kinda makes me laugh that you never see any working class people at these events, do you? Because we're all too busy bloody working. You know, it's all fine and well having a cause, but when you're in an environment where you live paycheck to paycheck, going out and protesting for your principles could be a costly thing for you. No one wants to be homeless. And no employer I ever met would be happy giving you time off to go and make a tit of yourself to be. why didn't you turn up to work yesterday? Oh, I was at the Extinction Rebellion event. Don't you know the world's going to end in 12 years? Yeah. Pick up your P45, son, you're gone. But I'm saving the planet? Yeah. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Why do these people never go and protest in places like China? You know, a country that causes nearly a third of the world's pollution. Oh, that's right. Because they'd end up in a fucking sweatshop somewhere being made to forced labour and make iPhones. But I love these revolutionaries. With a £1,000 phone. And Che Guevara t-shirt. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have swung this one in. That was a bit better. Ah, come on. That is a better one. I'm fishing with a size 10 hook and as many maggots as I can get on the hook. I'm not trying to catch small fish today.
A few moments later.
Teeny roach. Here comes the rain, I guess.
1 hour later.
It's just gone 3 o'clock. I've had 6 bream, a couple of nice perch, and a load of little small bits and pieces. So it's not a bad day so far. One of the bigger perch also, I think he's destined to go to the freezer for a pike bait, because as I was bringing him in, a jack pike smashed him up and it kind of made a bit of a mess of the old fella. So unfortunately it looks like he's going to the bait freezer. Waste not, want not, and all that. Still feeding a window feeder, loaded with particle. Still feeding at 50 meters. Oh. I'm on to like my 4th hook length because I'm just getting snagged. I'm getting zebra mussels basically. The zebras, once you touch the zebra mussels with your hook length, it's shredded. So you just have to replace them. So when I'm unhooking the fish, I'm running my finger up the hook length to see if it's fit for purpose. If it's even the slightest bit damaged, I bin it and replace it. I'm not sure what that was. I think that was a liner. I think that was a line bait. let it sit for 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes. I'll let it sit for a little bit. Talk to you good people. It feels good to be back making videos for you. I'm going to do a long-term review of the bivvies that I have. I have 2 bivvies. One's a JRC STI 2-man bivvy that I bought in 2003 or 2002. And I've been using it I've been using it, that was a bite and I missed it. And I've been using it. I then bought a JRC XXL quad bivvy. It's actually better because I don't have to bend down to get into it. Having a destroyed back is a concern of mine, so I have to kind of think of my own comfort. I have to think of my own comfort, you know. If I'm sore and messed up, I'm not going to enjoy fishing. And just because we're out fishing, we don't have to be uncomfortable. This is why we spend a lot of money buying, you know, beds and sleeping bags. You don't have to be uncomfortable to go fishing. I also have some events coming up in the future that I have to go to. I have a pike angling club Northern Ireland fishing event, where it'll be an overnight event with the guys from the PAC Northern Ireland group. So it'll be good to hang out with them and kind of get, you know, meet up a lot of them. It's all the usual faces. I know most of them. I'll do a video of that as well, the video of that long weekend. And I've got a wedding at the end of October, so I'll be in Scotland for a weekend. There'll be no fishing, unfortunately. It's just going to be across for the wedding and back again. I've got to go across and be the best man for one of my friends. Oh yeah. Nope, that's off. It's off, or it's very small. So I'm looking forward to that. You know, you don't lose touch with your friends, especially your military friends, because they'll be your friends to the day you kind of get fed in the ground. But you kind of end up going for a bit of, like, some time where you don't kind of chat to them for a little while. Life's getting in the way, you know. But oh, there was something on it. It was a small skimmer. So it's good to kind of meet up with your mates again and drink beer, introduce them to my wife. There's a couple of the guys that couldn't get across to my wedding because they were deployed, they were, you know, around the world. So of course a few of my friends are looking forward to meeting my daughter. So it'll be the first time my daughter is ever. We'll be going across in the boat, you know, we'll be going on a ferry. Mainly because it's cheaper to go on the ferry than what it is to go with the book flights. I was booking flights, it was daft money, you know. But a ferry, get in your car, drive yourself. I have family in Scotland, so on the way I'll stop and I'll see my family, go to the wedding, get very drunk. Will this cast? I don't know, but we'll soon find out. I just dropped it off the hook there, off the finger. And I casted it short. by about 3 wraps. Oh well, chalk that one up to cocking up the cast. Nah, that perch looks like it's... Nah, it doesn't look too good. It's kind of on the surface at the minute, so... It could be getting vacuum packed and froze. This is on, this is good. Anyway, back to the bivvies. The GRC quad bivvy, the XL one. I'm 6'2". It's one of those bivvies where you don't have to bend down to get into, which makes it great, you know, because let's see if I can swing this one in again. He was playing up there. Hey, come on. No, I like the bivvy that I don't have to kind of bend over to kind of. I don't want to have to start. And I've just put the hook in my finger, motherfucker. Shit. Anyway, let's get this loaded and fired out again. Anyway, back to the bivvies. I don't like having to crawl into them anymore. You know, if I can walk into it, it's good. Okay, there's it because it's a bigger bivvy. It's a little bit more to heat in the coldest weather. Being a pike angler, I'm out in the cold a lot, so I just have to. To be honest with you, when I'm pike fishing in the winter, most of the time at the bivvy, I don't have it zipped up. You would be amazed how warm you are just with the thing. So the back end of it is hitting. The wind's hitting the back end of it, and you're kind of kept out of the wind. Let's be honest, you're in a thermal suit. If you're not in your thermal suit, you're in a sleeping bag that's like a 5-season bag. You know, a 5-season bag that keeps you warm. You know, normally when I'm out, I bring like change of clothes, as everyone does, you know. But I tend to bring like jogging bottoms, something that's easy. So after a day of fishing, I'll take the old clothes off, I'll put them in a bin bag, and I'll put the dry clothes on. But you don't want to go into a sleeping bag with clothes you've worn all day, because you've been sweating in them and it's bad, you know. You don't want to sweat inside your clothes, because then if you've got wet clothes and you jump into your sleeping bag, you're going to get cold in the middle of the night. So changing in your clothes, it's a good idea. You know, okay, if I've not got the rods out, then I'll zip up the bivvy and get some sleep. But some of the places I fish, pike tend to do really well fishing in nocturnal times. So I'll just quite happily, you know, fish during the dark. Can you tell I'm getting excited for the pike fishing season? Micro barbed hooks my ass. That one hurt. The lads that were fishing to the left of me, they left and went home. They were foreign lads, but to their credit, anything they were catching was getting chucked back in. You know, they were over, one of them came over and was chatting to me for a little bit, you know, asking about the, when I started catching bream, the guy came over and was chatting about the bream fishing. But not bad guys, they put everything back in, so that's what you want, you know, you want guys to put the fish back in. I love this place. It's quiet. You don't have to deal with people. This is what I like about fishing. You know, I'll spin you around so you can see where we are. What about that for smooth camera work, eh? Oh. I think I'll fish to about 5 and I'll take a slow drive home. I wonder what we have now. A nice little roach. How could you not enjoy this? Beautiful, isn't it?
Meanwhile,
I wonder what these guys are doing. Why are they coming so close to the shore? Hi guys, you're going to troll right over top of me. Yeah, some nice bream. Yeah, these are only a couple of pound though. I'm liking them. They're a hell of a lot easier than trying to abseil down onto that. Aye, there's people on them. Cheers, guys. That's what you want. Guys in boats, nice, polite, lovely manners. Maybe they didn't realise that I was fishing as far out as that fishing. Stopped, moved out, wished me luck, and then went on their way. That's what you want. I think they were pike fishing because they were trolling. But good luck to them. Last time I was here, the weather was definitely not like this. That far side is Northern Ireland, so we're fishing literally kind of, you know, smack on the border. That wind's just got up. That brought a little bit of a chill to it, so I put on a hoodie. But it's been pretty good so far. Catching regular. Not doing anything special, just feeding castor and hemp and corn and a window feeder. I can remember fishing this place as a teenager, you know, with my friends. Directly in front of me it's an island, well, nearly an island. There's a little tiny slither of land that connects that in front of me, that all the trees are, to the mainland. And I often thought how cool it would be to have a house on it. You know, have your own island. Fishing at your doorstep, privacy, security. Maybe if I win the Euro Millions. Ah well, a man can dream. Of course I'd actually have to start doing the Euro Millions first before anything like that would happen, but let's not spoil the mood. This is near perfect conditions. Actually, it's perfect conditions. You know, little ripple, overcast, beautiful. Couldn't ask for more. Well, 25 more bream, yeah. Broke off. Something has snapped the hook. Snapped the hook length. I think it's about time to pack up and head home. I've had a really good day. I've caught some nice bream. Well, not nice bream, I've caught a lot of small bream. Didn't catch any rudd, which is the reason I came here, thinking I'll catch some of the famous Lough MacNean rudd, but I got some bream and some roach and some hybrids and some perch. It was a good day. Let me get this stuff packed away and I'll show you what I have in the old keep net, and we'll do a bit of weighing and hopefully let you see some of these top quality beautiful fish. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, we got a good weight today. think we've got a good weight here. Uh, 21.3 21.3 kilos. Awesome. This is awesome. Oh. Right, stay. Come on, you. Get in the bag. Oh, knees. Small bream. Nice size bream. Let's get them back. That was a good day. I'm well happy with that.